Hello, Bad-Tempered Badger here. Today I will be responding to a video by a chap called Christian Response, entitled Evidence for God. Now, this chap's video consists entirely of a vertically shot, blurry blank screen with occasional vaguely phallic imagery appearing. So I've decided to give him a more appropriate visual representation.
Good morning, or good afternoon.
He claims to have been intellectually convinced of the existence of a God before becoming a Christian. I will be discussing the evidence that he lists and hope that we can have a conversation about its validity.
As an agnostic, a sort of God-leaning agnostic, I came to the perfectly reasonable and perfectly rational conclusion that God is more probably real than not real, based on the evidence. So what is that evidence? This was evidence for the existence of God prior to me becoming a Christian. I was about to go actually buy drugs in Harlem. I was about to walk into an abandoned building. Something stops me. Something inside of me, but not me, goes, don't go in there. Don't do it. Don't go in there. I stopped. And I didn't do it. I didn't walk in.
This seems to me much more likely to be your subconscious mind telling you that what you were about to do was a bad idea based on the information you already knew, such as it being an abandoned building, and therefore quite a dangerous environment to go in, even ignoring the nefarious characters you might be meeting there.
Now that experience has happened to me many, many, many times prior to me becoming a Christian. In Christianity, they call it the still small voice. And that experience is not unique to me. It's happened to hundreds, it's happened to most people. It has probably happened to you, the atheists. If you look at your own life, you probably had that experience 3 or 4 times, in your past. You wrote it off.
Having looked up the still small voice, it seems to me far more likely to be a natural part of human beings' subconscious minds designed to warn of impending danger. Studies of an area of the brain called the anterior cingulate cortex have shown that it sometimes acts as an early warning system, presenting a feeling of unease to the conscious mind to warn that something is wrong even if it doesn't know what. Humans are very good at pattern recognition and will often pick up on environmental cues subconsciously, even if they do not consciously understand what these cues mean.
Okay, there's a common atheist thing. They can't all be true, but they can't all be right, but they can all be wrong. Is completely nonsensical. Prior to me becoming a Christian, I investigated all the other faiths and found that they actually had a lot of thematic similarities. There were a lot of things that they all agreed upon, that they all dealt with things that were surprisingly similar from faith to faith, no matter which one you were talking about. That is why I came to the conclusion, intellectually, rationally, before I was a Christian, that there is probably a God. There's a famous phrase by William Blake, all religions are one. There's a reason why that phrase has been so resonant throughout the centuries, because that started to speak to me when I was investigating religions. I was like, God, there's a lot of similarities here. They all seem to be talking about the same thing. So they can all be right. Now, once you get nailed down to the specifics, obviously there are differences. But even if you take something like, Greek mythology. Greek mythology was not nonsensical stories made up for no particularly good reason. In Greek mythology, they were trying to grapple with things, hidden realities of the world they live in, hidden psychological and metaphysical realities of the world that they lived in. That's what the stories were intended to convey. They were intended to demonstrate things, come to terms with hidden things that they were trying to work out in their stories.
There are many similarities between religions, partly because many religions are largely plagiarized from others. One common theme is that there is something after death, and that loved ones are not gone forever when they die. Another is that there is some divine plan for the world, and that people should not focus their attention on things that they cannot understand. However, there are many insurmountable incompatibilities between religions. For example, Christianity is fundamentally incompatible with ancient Greek mythology's views on sex and sexuality. Religions also often present a set of rules by which to live one's life. These rules make sense when they are written, but lose relevance as humanity progresses, sometimes becoming dangerous and harmful to the survival of the species.
There probably is a God, reasonably, rationally.
I hope we can discuss our differences of opinion another time. Thanks for watching.